What is going on, guys? Thank you for clicking on the video. Today we're going to be taking a look at a KVM switch from TESmart. So let's go ahead and get this thing out of the box and I'll show you everything that comes inside. Alright, so right out of the box, the main device itself, we've got our Dual Monitor KVM switch. This is a really high quality KVM switch. I've used a number of them in the past, and I can tell you just by feeling it, the build quality is quite good. So we're going to go into more detail in just a little second. Let's take a look at some of the other items. We of course get a user manual that just outlines basic functions, hotkeys, and setup and installation. Now the TESmart device actually also comes with a wireless controller, so you can actually control the KVM switch without actually physically being directly in front of it and pressing the manual buttons. Next, we've got the standard power cord. We've got two standard HDMI cables. Both of them are fairly high quality with a very good gauge on the wire itself. Next, we've actually got two of these HDMI USB style cables. So this is actually a split cable, and this is really important for a number of the features that this switch can do. We'll talk about that in a quick second, but it is really neat that it's going to be included in the package. Now, the purpose of a KVM switch essentially is to allow you to connect two different computers to the same set of monitors, and you can actually switch between those computers by pressing the switch button. So if you have two different desktops, perhaps you're using one for streaming, one for work or a personal and a business computer, and you want to take advantage of just having your two monitors switch between the computers and without actually having to physically unplug things, that's when a KVM switch is going to come into play. Now, this doesn't just allow you to take control of those monitors depending on the PC, but if you actually take a look on the back here, you can see that you can actually connect a keyboard and mouse to this device, and you can use a single set of keyboard and mouse on both your computers at the same time. You just switch between them like you would with your monitor. Additionally, on the back, you'll see there is an additional USB 2.0 port that can be used for a bunch of different other accessories, whether you've got a printer or a hard drive for storage. All of that can be connected into this device, and it can be shared amongst the two computers with that simple button press. Or if you want to use the remote, you can do that as well. In terms of getting this thing set up, it is super simple. All you need to do is attach the power cord, and you've got your two displays. So you're going to connect one of these HDMI cables to display one, and then run the other end to your first monitor. You'll do the same with the second HDMI cable, connected into DisplayPort 2 and then into your second monitor. Then you have these cables here that are a split USB and HDMI. You are simply going to plug the USB port in, and then you would plug your HDMI port in as well into the next port. And then on the other side, you've got your standard USB, which would plug into one of your PCs, and then that would go into one of your display outputs on that computer. Now, if you plan on connecting two monitors to this device from each computer, you will obviously need an additional HDMI cable, and that would go into your input B, which would also then go into the secondary HDMI port on your computer. You would obviously follow that exact same procedure for the secondary or the first computer, in this case PC1 and PC2, and that's pretty much it. Then you power on the device with the flick of a switch. It'll power on, and then you can control everything right from here or with that controller. Now, this is a great option if you're in the market for a KVM switch. It does have a dual monitor output, so you can take advantage of having two monitors connected to two different computers, but additionally, you can also set this up so your mouse and keyboard can connect to either computer depending on what your monitors are currently doing. Additionally, this has the ability to output in 4K 60 frames per second, so you don't have to worry about what monitor you have. You should be covered with the TESmart KVM switch. But that is pretty much all I've got for you guys in this video. Thank you so very much for watching. I'll talk to you guys again real soon.